So we have the MacBook Pro Core 2 Duo. Problem with this system is that the screen is fading. So like when you move the screen a little bit, it will show that it's working. So let me show you an example. Right now the Apple, okay, it's not doing it now, but what it will do is the mouse will stop working and the screen will fade into white. We've already went and took the ribbon cable out, changed it, and what happens is when it gets all white, I move the screen a little bit, and then it turns, it goes back to normal again. So it's not doing it now, but of course when I'm recording, is when it doesn't do it. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to shut it down and replace the screen. Oh, there we go. I think it's disappearing. It's doing its disappearing act. Oh, there we go. The mouse just stops working. Oh, there, I moved it and it went back. Okay. Anyways, it'll go completely white, the screen. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna change the screen. So we'll shut it down. So as you can see, I don't have a anti-static wrap, but I have this. It's grounded. I touch it I don't have a rug, but if I had a rug, chances are that I would probably have more static in my body than if I didn't have a rug. So I took the screws off. We replaced the hard drive, the regular hard drive, with a solid state. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to ground myself, and we're just going to disconnect the battery using either my nail or this guitar pick. So I take the battery off so there's no current or anything voltage in the system. What I'll do too is I'll hold the power for 30 seconds to make sure that all the power has been discharged from the laptop. While you wait, so these videos, if you'd like to subscribe, we'll do one each day for all the work that comes in. So there's always a problem. There's always a different problem, and it repeats itself all the time. Some of the computer problems are new, and I'm just going to attack them as they come in. So that should be 30 seconds. Free to disconnect the video adapter. So what we're doing is we're taking apart the screen and replacing it with another one that the customer purchased, and we'll be installing this one. Right. All right, so I'm just gonna flip it around. I'm gonna start off by taking the video adapter off. I'm gonna ground myself again. I'm gonna push it towards that way, and I've already have the video cable disconnected. So what I'm gonna do with these screws is I'm going to make sure that I put them in the right place when I put them back in. So I will be taking in the description, you will see titles with timestamps. So if you don't want to wait until I take all these screws out, you can actually go to the description and click on the time so that it could skip it to when I take the screen off. So basically these this thing right here is the thing that holds the screen. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to map it out nicely on my table so I can put it back the same way I took it. I'm gonna do the same thing for this one. You'll have Phillips, and then you got these Torx. I'm not sure what the size of the Torx screw will be, but I have a set. Hopefully you guys have one too. We'll be putting these tools on our website pretty soon, so please subscribe so you can see as the videos come in. Alright, so I see that this speaker is also connected to the piece that holds the screen. I have that right there. I'm going to take the speaker screw off from each side. Unground myself, just being paranoid a little bit. I'm going to take the speaker off, but it's still attached. So there you go. I'll try to take it off without spilling any of these screws out. And one screw is attached to the cable that holds the VGA. I mean, the display cable. So okay, that screw should be coming out. Boom. Got it right here. And the second one, I'm going to put it the same way I took it out, right on the table. So I'm not guessing or later on when I put it back where it goes. So the reason why I'm really not taking the screen or the glass out is that the customer had a screen already and he got it and gave it to me, so beats me trying to take the glass out, the LCD, and it wasn't that expensive. He said he got it for around $40 to $50. Alright, boom. So what I have left now is just the Torx screws that are on the board holding the screen. I believe, I'm not sure what size this is. Looks like it says a CRV T8. Maybe it's a T8. Nope, this is not it. It's too big. S2 T6. See if that works. Whoop, it worked. So the T6 worked out. I'm gonna unground myself again until I get my ground strap in the mail. This is a cheaper way to do it and it's safe. Others might argue that it costs so cheap, why don't I have one? Well, that's a good question, because I probably lost it or misplaced it. Alright, so this is the speaker. And let me see. Alright. Almost done. Perfect. So I'm gonna put the screws exactly the way they're located on the board. Alright. So again, you can go to the description and hit the timestamp where I will be taking the screen off. So basically these are just 5 or 6 screws on each corner. Make sure, and they're all the same. T6. Perfect. Alright, so now that all the screws are out, here comes the moment we've been waiting for. Unground myself again. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the screen and I'm going to put it under the table. Not under, but at the edge of the table. And I'm going to push it up a little bit and it should come out. Alright, so this is, I forgot one part. Okay. So what you want to do is before taking the screws out, you actually want to put it at the edge of the table. And once it's at the edge of the table with all those screws, you'll have to open the screen. I have to put a couple of screws just so it can stay in place. Alright, so that's holding that corner. And take one screw and put it on one side. Screw it in. Alright. So rewinding, when I took the screws out, I definitely, before when I take the screws out, I want to spread the screen towards me so that when I take the screws out, I can just flip it up. That was my fault, but we're here to learn, right? With our mistakes, we become better. Ain't that right? Ain't that right, boo? Alright, so tweezers. Beautiful. So as it's dangling from the table, I lift it up, and one thing I have to do is actually disconnect the display the display cable from the board. I'm gonna lift up the black piece. There's a little sticker that's right on top of it. Unground myself. So what I'm doing is that with my legs, I'm actually holding the screen in place. Taking the little sticker up top of the display board, and I'm looking. So I'm gonna actually take the cable and push it that way from the top. And bingo, Santo Domingo. There goes the screen. Rest in peace. Put it here, my mess. So I'm gonna take the new screen. Yep. El perfil del negocio. No sé. O el office. I mean, tú puedes ponerle lo que tú quieras. It's fine. It's just para reconocerte, Alright, so now we are going to put this part on the board and the other on the motherboard. I'm going to unground myself again with my ghetto grounder. Alright, take some tape off. Boom. We're going to take the screen and put it at the edge of the table and try to line up the line up everything. Let's see. Alright, we're going to line them up. Basically, we're just going to line up the screws, and that should be done quickly. Alright. Let's go. Come on. Alright. Edge of the screw. I'll put the right hand side first, and there you go. So the right hand side goes first. If you try to put this side, as you see in the video, I wasn't able to line up the screen correctly. So let's see what I'm gonna do. Boom, boom, boom. All right, so I'm gonna take the screws, the T6 screws, and put them on each corner. Torque on each side. Boom. So for all you guys that have a MacBook Pro, sometimes the screen is kind of wobbly. That means the screw's probably dying out. The hinges are probably worn out. Maybe you need the screw, or where the screw lies, you might have an issue. Just gonna, excuse me. Te preguntó por una tarjeta de crédito, ¿no? Usualmente ellos te dicen que te van a dar 30 días, pero tienes que poner tu tarjeta. Part and self. But, alright, so the screen is in. One more screw left. Bingo. So now I'm just gonna put this bad boy here that holds the cable in place, and make sure that everything goes perfectly. So I'm putting the speaker back. Boom. Y te lo van a dar los 30 días, ¿verdad? Ah, ahí es que te cogen. ¿Qué dicen ellos? Que si lo usa, eso si tú quieres. Yeah, pero ese es Office 365 o la. Ah, ok, ese es bien, ese es para que, ese yo lo necesito también.
Lo pago, los 12.50.
$12 al mes, no, espérate, ahora hay un problema, ahora just usa lo gratis, no lo coja todavía, porque hay otros que son un poquito mejor, que te dan como 5 computadoras, 20 al mes, y te dan un nivel de encripción. This is weird. This looks like it's broken, so the piece that the guy ordered looks like is broken on one side. So I'm able to insert it. It's gonna be a little bit hectic here. Unground myself. And ¿Cómo fue, Liz?
No me deja si yo no pongo la tarjeta.
Ah, sí, va a tener que poner. Ponla ahí, que cualquier cosa tú puedes cancelarlo. Ellos son bien con eso. Lord have mercy. I guess the person that kind of took the screen out broke the plastics on it. Oh, wow. This is crazy. But it's just a plastic that holds the the adapter. The gold pins are still there. I guess the person probably yanked it. Wow. Look at the older one. Wow, they did. Wow, that is a horrible. That's a horrible job. I have to text the customer and let him know that. Oh man, I should have inspected this way before I opened it. I don't know if you guys can see it, but there's a piece of plastic right here. That's kind of, anyways, that kind of just holds it in place. But I'm looking at, let me look at it through my microscope here. See if any pins are broken. I doubt it, but all right. Look, if you guys can see the screen on my microscope here, there is, see that little plastic right there? That's actually the one that makes a clip. But that one is there a little bit, but then the last one is kind of cracked. The gold pin's still there, so what I'm gonna end up doing is probably breaking that little piece because it's not going in because of it. So I'll do that, and we should be all set. I just gotta let the customer know. Luckily, I am recording this video, and they don't have to blame me. Yeah, so this is just a piece of black plastic that kind of clips together. So we'll have to put it in there, and I think it'll hold. Wow, that is horrible, bro. That is definitely horrible. Wow. Damn, I should have checked that way before. Yeah, I can't even press down on it because of it. Wow, cool site. I'm just taking a piece of plastic out here, and I'm just going to try to put it in there. Let's see. Perfect, there you go. Alright, so that's not really going to change anything. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little bit of pressure in there. So the pins are definitely held exactly the way they should. And this tape right here. Alright, this looks pretty good. So what happens in some cases, some people that don't know what they're doing would break the pin off and won't tell the customer, but no cheating is the number one rule that we have at our shop. If we break something, we fix it and we replace it for the customer. I mean, we're winning anyways on repairs, and if we have to lose and break something, then we'll repair it for the customer. or get them an upgraded, you know. But this is not the case. The display came like that. I should have checked it when the customer brought it, but it's working. There you go. Alright, so there we go. That's gonna hold the screen. I'm gonna put the screws in for the speaker. I'm gonna unground myself again in case. Alright, so we should be almost done. Perfect. Maybe I mismatched them. Yeah, that's it. No wonder it doesn't fit here. What does it mean, bezel? That makes sense because the speaker has a screw. That holds the speaker together. Okay, so what happened was when I took this off, I put one here and the other one there, but I kind of mixed them up here and it kind of switched on me. I switched on them. So, little tip, just keep your parts the way it looks on the board and things will work out well. These are the Phillips. They're gonna hold the VGA. I keep saying VGA. The ribbon cable to the display. Just gonna hold that. Boom, that's all set. One more screw, and we should be all set. Boom. Make sure everything's straight. Good. The thing I'm gonna have to get for this customer is the thing that holds the drive here. So basically these Torx screws from the old hard drive, they go on the new one on all four sides. So when you install a solid state drive, you'll have to add those screws from the old drive to the new one. And
Sorry, I didn't quite catch that. Could you please repeat it?
somebody's having fun with theory. All right, so so that will go in just like the old one. And there you go. So this part is missing here. I'll have to get him one that holds the hard drive together. I believe I have it somewhere. But anyways, let's put that in here. Alrighty. Alright, so the ribbon cable, the actual speaker actually holds it in place. So I'm going to take the screws out of the speaker again and just make sure that that ribbon cable is held tightly. That goes from the screen to the motherboard. Ground myself with the ghetto grounder. Once it's in there, make sure it's in there. I'm going to take the good part pick so that it doesn't leave any marks on anything. Flatten it out. There you go. Alright, so when I put the screw in, it'll tighten up the ribbon cable, not VGA cable. VGA cable is 480p. Alright, so that's done. Inspect the board. Boom, battery's not connected. Dust, let me see, boom, boom, boom. Where they at though? Make sure everything is straight. Everything good. Hair done. Nails done. Everything good. Alright. So we're going to put this back. And we're just going to test it. Make sure that the screen is working. Oops, the battery's not connected. Dun, 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 dun. Alright. Most screws on. We're going to turn it on. Hopefully it's some good news. Poof. Wow, the scratches on here. That is so weird. Alright. Wow, this screen has screw. Yo, that is awful. So when you buy things online, make sure you check the pictures. See if something has. Alright, so there you have it. The screen is good. Please subscribe. We're going to be doing every single work that comes in. We're going to be recording the video. If you want to ship things to us, give a shout out. In the description, there's information. You can ship this. Turnaround wait is 2 to 3 days if we have the part. If not, we have to order it. Within the week, it'll be here. Thank you.